در مقابل موزه هنرهای معاصر مونترال هستیم. امروز از این موزه براتون گزارشی تهیه می‌کنیم. با ما باشین. امروز توی موزه هنرهای معاصر مونترال هستیم. با آقای جان زپتلی، دیرکتور این موزه، یه مصاحبه کوتاه خواهیم داشت که توجه شما رو به این مصاحبه جلب می‌کنیم. بیننده‌های عزیز سلام. در موزه هنرهای معاصر مونترال هستیم در خدمت دیرکتور این موزه که خودشونو و این موزه رو به صورت مختصر برای شما معرفی می‌کنه. سلام. Bonjour.
Hi.
Would you please introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Well, my name is John Zeppetelli, and I'm the director and chief curator of the Musée d'Art Contemporain de Montréal.
Okay. Art is defined in diverse manners in different historical eras. How do you yourself define contemporary art?
It's a very complex question and a very interesting one. I would say that art is an absolute necessity in our societies. It underlies civility in many ways. I think of art as a form of secular spirituality. I think in many ways it's replaced a lot of religious experience. It's replaced a strong spiritual need that we have. Art is also a form of knowledge and a form of understanding, a form of a way to inhabit and understand and take control of the world, you know?
Yeah. Okay. What are the upcoming exhibitions or programs after the 50th anniversary of your museum?
Well, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. So the museum was founded in 1964. We're surrounded at the moment by a show around Quebec abstraction. So the museum has been collecting work, as I say, for 50 years. So necessarily, not everything that is in the collection is absolutely current from today, because the collection goes back a little while. So principally our holdings are concentrated in the so-called Montreal School, very important movement in Canada on abstraction called the automatists, and then a movement that follows that called the plasticiens. So principally our holdings, our more historical holdings, are in that area. And then I think over the years we've specialized in another kind of form. We've been very receptive to new and emerging languages in contemporary art. So we have lots of interesting conceptual works. We have large-scale installations and video installations. In fact, it may be interesting to your Persian audiences that we presented the first North American museum exhibition of Shirin Nashat. So we're very, very proud of that, and it was a wonderful experience, and we have an ongoing relationship. We actually own a work in the collection as well. So we're very proud of that relationship with her.
Okay. What other programs after the 50th anniversary of this museum are upcoming?
We're going to be celebrating the 50th anniversary with a summer exhibition which will highlight the donations to the museum, because the museum was founded at the instigation of collectors and gallerists and artists who initially donated works to the museum. So the very founding of the museum begins with donations to the museum. So we thought it would be an interesting way to celebrate our 50th anniversary by paying tribute to all of the people who have helped build the museum. And so the exhibition is called La beauté du geste, the grace of a gesture, the gesture being the act of giving. So all of the works in the summer exhibition will be donations over the years, going back 50 years, right up to very current donations that have been made to the museum. So that's one of them. And then we have two smaller solo exhibitions by a Mexican-Canadian artist by the name of Rafael Lozano Hemmer, who is very well known internationally, and his work is called Pulse Room, which will be a huge installation occupying a large gallery where 300 light bulbs will be strung from the ceiling, and there'll be a mechanism whereby the visitor will be able to put his or her hands on a sensor which will read your pulse rate and your heart rate and transmit the rhythm to a light bulb, so that when you remove your hands, the light bulb will actually flash in correct sort of representation of your heart rate. And then when the next visitor comes along, it'll displace that rhythm to the next light bulb. So if you have 300 visitors in the room, you have this beautiful community of heartbeats.
Yeah.
And then in the other, we have another solo exhibition by an Australian artist who is based in Paris called Angelica Mezziti, and we're showing two video installations by her. The more ambitious one, perhaps, is a 4-screen work called Citizens Band, which consists of 4 short films showing migrant musicians who are performing their traditional music but in exile as migrants or as immigrants to other countries. So you have an Algerian on the Paris metro who is almost blind performing a beautiful Rai song, I'm afraid to the indifference of the commuters on the train. You have a Cameroonian woman who is water drumming because she learnt it from her grandmother. Water drumming was a traditional form of making music in her native Cameroon, but now she's in Paris, so she's water drumming in a Paris pool. So different contexts for their traditional musics. It's a very powerful and emotional work.
Yeah, sounds wonderful.
Yes, I think it will be, actually. We're very excited.
Yeah, we look forward such adventurous exhibitions in very few months.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time you spent with us. And اوکی بیننده‌های عزیز، اینطوری که ایشون به ما قول دادن خیلی اتفاقای هیجان انگیزی پیش روی ماست و ما منتظر هستیم که در تعداد ماه‌های بسیار کمی به استقبال این اتفاقات خوب بریم و ایشالله همتون رو می‌بینیم. خیلی موفق باشین و منتظر برنامه‌های آتی ما هم باشین.